Oh my, oh my, oh my. Homemade mushroom soup. No worries, you can definitely make this vegan. I will give you all the options too. But first, let's take a moment right now, hit the subscribe button if you like old-timey skills, cooking from scratch in a handmade home. Welcome to my community. My name is Jersey. Let's jump right in. Today's gonna be a quick meal. I have about 8 ounces of mixed mushrooms. These are grown locally here in Tennessee. I add a little cool water, put my veggie soap in there, and I just let them sit for a minute or two. I'm gonna put them in the salad spinner. I'm gonna save the water, of course, for the garden. And that's how dirty the water was. You could just wipe them with a paper towel. I prefer wash them with my veggie soap. That's just how I do it. Then I spin them dry. And that's how much water came out of them. That's why I like spinning them dry. For this recipe, I'm going to use about a half onion. I like to chop it, and I'm also going to use this chopper to chop the onions, save the skins for dyeing my wool. Got these from the local farm center. Gave them a rinse. If you're going to use this, remember to put this in, because then it gets all the food out and you don't have to do it with the knife. I'm gonna leave these right in here when I do the mushrooms, all going in the pan together. I know these are easy enough to slice real thin, not always. I just like to have it all uniform. I'm gonna dice everything and then we'll be right back. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of ghee. You can use butter if you want to be vegan. You can add coconut oil. You know the drill. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to melt this. It's about 250 degrees. This is how easy it is to clean this. Just pull this off. So much easier. And then everything just comes out the bottom. Turn it down to around 200 just for a minute. Cook these about 5 minutes. You're not trying to brown them like hamburger meat, but constantly stir them. Don't let them get brown. You're just trying to make them tender. It'll take at least 5 minutes. I'm gonna put the lid on it for a minute or two. I'm gonna turn it down to 200 and let the steam saute the mushrooms softer. We're going to use about 1 quart of chicken broth or chicken stock. You can make it vegan if you want. Add vegetable stock. Purely optional is 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. It's all natural, that's all it is. I use it almost every time I bake or cook. Again, optional, you do not have to use it. We're going to be using 1 cup of half and half heavy cream. If you want vegan, you can add oat milk, soy milk, whatever you want. We'll need some kind of thickener, cornstarch, arrowroot, flour, whatever you would like to use as a thickener to make like a roux to thicken the mushroom soup up. Look how beautiful that is. I'm gonna go ahead and add about half of this right now. I'm gonna let it simmer about 5 minutes and then we will be back. I'm gonna go ahead and make the roux sauce, is what I call it. You don't have to do this. I just pre-do it. This way it gets all in any lumps out. Completely optional, 1 tablespoon of heavy cream powder. Pick that up to 200. I like to add my salt and pepper right in it. And yes, I like a lot of pepper. Turn that up to about 250. And add your milk, flour, cornstarch, or whatever kind of roux thickener that you made. Add that now and continue to stir very well. Add a little broth to here. Crank up the heat to about 350 degrees. Get all the roux or thickener distributed very well. Stir it. Put the lid on it and let it simmer for about 5 minutes and then check it again. Now you might have to add a tablespoon or more of cornstarch, arrowroot, or flour to make it thicker. You might have to add more chicken stock, which I usually add the whole quart, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna simmer this about 15 minutes, probably another cup. I'm gonna bring this back up to temperature. Get it to a slow simmer and let it simmer about 15 minutes. As it's thickening, I add a little more chicken stock. Stir, let it thicken, and add a little more at a time. It's thickening right before our eyes. How beautiful is that? It's still hovering around 350 right now. You don't have to cover it if you don't want to. I find it so much better to keep adding the chicken stock as it thickens. And this is what I like to do. This is great if you don't want the little ones to know they're mushrooms in case they don't want it. I know I did not like them growing up. Now I'm going to add the rest of the chicken stock and immerse it, blend it also. And I did not add any more cornstarch. Check out some of the wonderful things I make with mushroom soup, tuna noodle casserole, Swedish meatballs, Salisbury steak, cream of mushroom soup, and beef stroganoff. If you like more of this content, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already. Over to the right, all bell notification. Please comment, and most important, please share on social media.